Hi, and welcome to the video where we take a look at sorting and approximating contours. So now let's start this video with sorting contours. And sorting contours is a very important pre-processing or image processing step when you're looking at contours and images, because firstly, sorting by contours, you can eliminate small noisy contours by sorting by area. You can remove all contours that are under a certain area. That's one way you can sort these contours. Also, you can sort contours by looking at the spatial position. So imagine you're trying to pre-process these numbers in order. You want to get them left to right, so you can actually keep the meaning of the digits being in this order. So those are some examples of how and why we sort contours. So now let's take a look at contour moments. Okay, so these are methods we can utilize to sort contours. So firstly, what are moments? Now, moments are a set of scalars that are basically the aggregate of a set of vectors. Now, if you have done some mechanics, or even statistics, you would know what they are, what they mean. Basically, you can think of it as measure of image intensities, and that's given by this. And you can use those image intensities here to capture basically the image moments and thus get the centroid of the contours here, where Cx and Cy are the y and x and y coordinates of the centroid. And these are what the centroids look like in contours here. And just so you know, by actually using or finding the centroids, you can actually sort contours now by their spatial position. You can sort them up basically from top to down or left to right, as I showed you in the previous example. Also, there is a CV2 method to find the area of contours, which we'll take a look at in the next video. Those are the ways we can actually use or utilize to sort contours. So now let's take a look at a different method. Let's take a look at approximating contours. Now, what is approximating contours? Imagine you have a contour that's kind of like a noisy image. Suppose you're trying to get a shape, like say triangle. And because the image is taken at an angle, or it's a hand-drawn triangle, when you return the contours, it's not going to return an exact triangle. It's probably going to return like maybe a 5 or even 4, 6, 7-sided object that resembles a triangle. That's very, very close to a triangle indeed. However, it's not exactly a triangle. So what we use a method called approximate poly DP. And that approximate contour method allows us to straighten those jagged edges in contours so you get a more exact or simple polygon image. And we can adjust things like accuracy and sensitivity and approximation methods. So just to conclude this video, we've learned how to sort contours, and you've learned why it's important too as well. We've learned what image moments are, how we can use them to find the centroid of a contour, which helps with our contouring, especially when sorting by like left to right or up from down. And lastly, we've learned about the approximate contour method as approx poly DP and why it's useful. Let's move on to the next video, where it's our practical exercise of sorting and approximating contours. Thank you.